I'm Mike James, and in this tutorial we're going to use the calculator to generate the 5-number summary of a set of data and also to create box plots. So in front of us we have 4 Year 7 classes, and you can see their scores are listed for a particular maths test, their percentages. So these are the scores of class 7A, 7B, 7C, 7D. And we're going to display the data using a parallel box plot and use this to describe any similarities or differences in the distributions of the marks between the 4 classes. So we'll go straight to the calculator, and you can see I've put the headings, class 7A, and I've listed all the class 7A marks here. Class 7B, I've listed all those marks up to class 7D. So the next thing we're going to do is work out the 5-number summary of each class. So I'm going to hit menu, and I'm going to hit statistics, stat calculations, and I'm going to choose one variable, statistics, and I'm going to create 4 lists. So I'm going to change that 1 to a 4 because we have 4 classes. So I'm going to click OK, and we get an X1 list coming up here. So I'm going to hit the click button, and I'm going to choose class 7A for the first list and tab to the next box. Repeat the procedure, choose class 7B for the second list, hit the tab key, go to the third box, and repeat the procedure again. Okay, I'm going to tab to OK and click Enter. So the statistics of each class will now be displayed on the calculator. Now it's not very clear to see it here, so I'm going to change the view and go into computer view, and you can see it quite clearly now. We have our classes over on the left here. Now in column F we have all the statistics for class A, and you can see the 5-number summary. Remember, the 5-number summary is the minimum score, which is given by min X, which is 40. That's the smallest score for class A. And Q1X is the lower quartile for class A, which is 51. The median score for class A is 61.5. And the upper quartile for class A is 72.5, and the maximum score was 90. So that is the 5-number summary for class A. And this column G gives the 5-number summary for class B. Again, you can see the minimum, lower quartile, median, upper quartile, and maximum score. And similarly for class C and class D. Okay, so the next step is to generate box plots displaying this data. So I'm going to return to the handheld view, and in order to do this I'm going to click the home button, and I'm going to go into the data and statistics view. So I'm going to hit tab. That's this view here, and press enter. Now I'm going to display a box plot for class 7A first of all. So what I will do is hit the tab key, and by doing this I can tab round, just hitting the tab key. So this will be my X values along the graph, and if I hit tab again, these are my Y values. So I'm tabbing round. So I'm going to go to the X values and just choose class 7A. And this will form a very simple dot plot, and I need to change this into a box plot. So I'm going to hit menu and plot properties, and menu, plot type, and I'm going to choose box plot. So there it is, there's the box plot for class 7A. Now I'm going to also create a box plot now for class 7B, C and D on the same using the same scale. So to do this I have to click Menu, and I have to go to Plot Properties this time and go to 5, Add X Variable, and I simply choose then class 7B, and you can see class 7B's box plot appears underneath. So I repeat this procedure. So it's Menu, Plot Properties, Add X Variable, and I'm going to choose 7C and 7D. So there we have it. We have the 4 classes, 7A, 7B, 7C, 7D, 4 box plots, all on the same, all displayed on the same screen. Notice they all use the same scale, so you could copy this now onto your answer sheet. Make sure you label each box plot, and also you should really put a heading for the scale down here as percentage scores of each class. Now the nice thing about the calculator is that you can easily get the 5-number summary for each class by simply moving the pointer around the screen, and you can see for class 7A the minimum mark is 40 if you move the pointer here, and if you go to the edge of this box plot, which of course is the lower quartile, it tells you Q1 is 51, so that's the lower quartile of class 7A, and the median score, if you move it to the line within the box plot, is 61.5. Remember, this line represents the median. And if you go to the upper edge, which is the upper quartile, you can see the score is 72.5. And finally, the maximum score for class 7A is 90. So you can do the same for each box plot. You can simply move the hand around the screen and it gives you the 5-number summary. So finally, it's probably worth comparing the results in each class, and you can see that class 7B had the highest median mark, but the range of the distribution, you can actually work that out as the maximum minus the minimum score was only 37. When you are comparing box plots like this, you should always quote the statistics. The lowest mark in 7B was actually 60. And we notice that the median of 7A's mark, here it is, that median there, is 61.5. So 50% of students in 7A received less than 61.5. This means that half of 7A had scores that were less than the lowest score in 7B. Try and remember that between this point here, the lowest score in the box plot and the lower quartile are 25% of the marks of 7A, and between the lower quartile and the median are 25% of the class of 7A, and between the median and the upper quartile will be 25% of the marks, and between the upper quartile and the maximum mark is again 25% of the marks. Remember, the 5-number summary splits the data into 4 quarters. The range of marks in 7A, you can see, was about the same as that of 7D, with the highest score in each equal to 90. In fact, there's 7A, the highest score was 90, and 7D, the highest score was 90 as well. And the lowest score in each was equal to 40 for class 7A and class 7D. However, the median mark in 7D, which is 65, was slightly higher than the median mark in class 7A, which was 61.5. So despite a similar range, more students in 7D received a higher mark than in 7A. While 7D had a top score that was higher than that of 7C, the median score in 7C, 69.5, was higher than that of 7D. And the bottom 25% of the scores in class 7D were less than the lowest score in class 7C. In summary, 7B did best, followed by 7C, and then 7D, and finally class 7A. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and it showed you how to plot multiple box plots using the CAS calculator.